Sextortion. Who are you chatting with? Sextortion using sexual video, pictures, discussions to extort or blackmail you. And it's happening more and more. And just the reason for this video, I recently got some information that the Philippines is a major base of extortion around the world, and give you some information on one of the main areas and people involved. Anyway, so many of millions of people put on Facebook and other social media sites, put all their information. And these people, they create a fake Facebook account or Instagram or whatever, and they contact you. Can we be friends? They know a lot about you already. Preferably, you're in a relationship so that they can use something to blackmail you. And you've got all your friends and other information listed right there for the whole world to see. A lot of times, Interpol Philippines busts cyber extortion network, and I'll give you some information later about a lot of these people went free. The mastermind, the lady here in the Philippines who kind of started this so many years ago, found out how easy it was to get people to get involved in sexual videos, pictures, discussions, and then extort them. Send me 500. Send me, and it never stops. Once you send them something, they're going to continue to ask for more. And I'll show you some videos. I will give you a link to some information and the behind the scenes information discussions a little bit later. Anyway, they've got call centers and they train them how to set up. They can even generate an AI person, and they can, if you're trying to confirm that it's a real person, okay, wave to me, and they can make the AI person wave to you, and very easy within a matter of minutes to get you convinced that you're talking to a real person and you're falling in love, and you want to carry on that conversation. Maybe your relationship, your marriage, your relationship with somebody isn't going quite the way you would like it. And hey, this is a chance to just open up and share all my feelings, and you get trapped. You will get the internet connection with them will usually, after they have the evidence, they will record everything. They will turn it off. They'll contact you in a day or two and say, I have all this information recorded. If you don't send me X amount of money, one person even sent over, I think, $15,000 eventually. Send me this much, send me this much, send me this much, or I'm going to contact your relatives and your friends and send the video, the information to them. So you probably don't want to be in that situation. Now, if you don't have all that information on the internet, and they don't have anybody to contact, you're a little bit safer. But still, you're being scammed. You're not dealing with a real person. Somebody's trying to scam you. Facebook, Instagram, I think WhatsApp, I think they're all owned by the Facebook group of companies. They are considered the worst at number one, they sell a lot of your information to advertisers and such. But millions of people freely put their information out there. Now, I have a Facebook account just basically to keep track of some family members, communicate with them, but rarely use it, rarely check it, and have very little information about myself there. And many people asking me if I have WhatsApp regularly, and I don't. I regularly, we had to months and months ago, maybe a year ago, the Philippine government made a law that you had to register your SIM card, And I never got scam messages, hardly ever before that. But after that, now I get them regularly, and I get them on Facebook Messenger. I get them on I think Viber sometimes, occasionally. And where are you at? Can we meet up? Information. Try to get you, and I block them and report them as spam right away. Um, so if you've tried to contact me and I didn't know who you were through any of those sites, I could have blocked that attempt because I'm not interested in building a million different friendships on social media sites. I've got emails. You're welcome to email me. I did some research, and there are dozens of articles about the Philippines being the main hub for a lot of this, but it happens all over the world. Read an article from some time back. Some guy in I think Ohio or something was getting younger girls to expose themselves, and then he blackmailed them. Do more explicit things, or I will let your family and friends and schoolmates know about this. And he was finally tracked down. They reported him to the police. They tracked him down. I think he's like 20 years in prison, something like that. And in the case of the Philippines, the major player here apparently has been arrested a number of times, but must have must have some contacts in the right places. And one particular town, and I'll give you information about that later. I think Bulacan, up in Luzon, a lot of the town is benefiting from the millions and millions and millions of dollars that this lady is bringing in with these types of scams. It is amazing what AI, artificial intelligence, can do now, and it is improving by the week. In fact, all the images you are seeing, all these images were produced based on a prompt that I gave to AI in less than 1 minute. Less than 1 minute. And how realistic do they look? And just amazing, amazing. Big question is, how do you protect yourself? You know, you can't tell whether it's a real person anymore, and these are professional people. They've got they're trained. Um, they can suck you in real quickly, and once you get sucked in, once they have incriminating information on you, then you're kind of SOL, as they say. Even if you're chatting, you think you're chatting with a single regular girl here, and yeah, there are a lot of good girls, on the dating sites, a lot of good girls around the Philippines. But there are those. I've got my girlfriend works with a coworker that who is married, and she is apparently scamming some American, is sending her money, and the husband knows about it, and he's happy about it, happy to have the extra money. I've got a friend, a good-looking friend, who comes here for a few months at a time, and he's back in the U.S. now. And he made the statement he can pick up 3 girls any given day probably. He's just that kind of guy. His personality, and he said, I think all Filipinos cheat, and I think I disagree. I think most Filipinos are loyal indeed, and it's the type of girl that he is picking up. Um, I think one of the last ones he was getting real serious with, and she went back to a different foreigner boyfriend. So she had been dealing with both of them for quite some time apparently. Another one he was kind of dating. She was staying in his condo when he was out and about, And she had, I think, an American boyfriend back in the U.S. And she would be chatting with him online while she was there in his condo. So I think it's if you make bad choices, you reap the rewards. But yeah, I would. I've told this story before too. I met a subscriber, I don't know, maybe a year or so ago, and he said he was chatting with this girl and over on Mactan Island by Cebu, and sending her money and having real regular contact with her, video calls, and he was going to surprise her. He showed up here in the Philippines one day and he sent her a message, "Surprise, I'm here." And he says she was really upset with him. And eventually he went over. He kind of knew the area and where she worked and lived and everything. He went over there and asked around about her and tracked her down. And she was even more upset when he showed up in person. So my guess is that, yeah, she probably had a number of foreigners online sending her money. They find out how easy it is, and their friends encourage them. Hey, look all the money I'm getting. The family loves it. Generally, there might be some families who really look down on her, disown her, but a lot of families, they appreciate all that extra money. She probably doesn't even tell them where she's getting it. So, I got a foreign boyfriend sending me money. Anyway, it's in this day and age of artificial intelligence, AI, and I can generate pictures like this in less than a minute usually. I just say, show me a Filipino call center with young females and males working the computers, and pop, less than a minute later, this is what I get. There is a very good video documentary on YouTube, The Dark Web, Maria Caparas, Queen of Sextortion. She apparently started this whole thing in the Philippines, up in Bulacan, I think, up in Luzon, not so far from Manila area. Little town, and I will put a link in the description of this video. It's, I don't know, 40 some minutes long, but worth watching the whole thing. There's a lot of information in there and very revealing, interviewing some of the people involved in it, young boys, young girls, lady boys, transsexuals that draw you in, and how they do it, how much money they make, all that sort of thing. So very revealing video, worth checking out. And even watching it a number of times, and maybe once a month, hey, remind yourself what kind of trouble you can get into. Anyway, take care. Take care of yourselves. Beware. But the Philippines has just a lot to offer. But like any place in the world, there are risks in being alive. There are risks in living. But the alternative is not very appealing. So anyway, take care out there if you're going to be traveling in the coming months. Stay safe, safe travels, and we'll see you next time.